Now, everybody knows that the littlest thing can lead to someone fighting inside a prison. No matter where you get locked up, there's always going to be things that lead to you getting in a physical altercation with somebody. And it seems like that's what people do to pass time. For this video right here, I'm going to be telling y'all the main things that people fight over when you're incarcerated. Let's do it. Haha, Dom the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch you with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the main thing that people fight over incarcerated. Now, don't get me wrong. Fights break loose all the time. And sometimes people won't even know the reason behind it. But I decided to put a little list together of the things that I recall for people who've never been locked up before, for people who may be facing some time, you know, of the things that I recall was the main reason why people were fighting while I was locked up down here in the state of Florida. So let's go ahead and get into it, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Now, the first thing that I'm going to say a lot of people fight over is actually my downfall as well, as one of the main things that I actually fought over a lot. And I'm talking about all the way back to juvenile programs, all the way before that to the detention center, to the county jail. I always found myself getting in a situation and always getting in a fight over the phone. All right? And it be like that, you know, everybody wants to get out there and call their loved ones. Everybody wants to get a hold of somebody on the streets. You never know what they're going through. The littlest thing can seem so important that you want to, you know, you got to get on the phone. You understand? So you got some people that don't want to wait their turn. You got some people that don't want to share the phone, you know, or they may feel like the little information that they got to tell their loved one on the streets is more important than what you got going on. And sometimes you're going to find yourself in situations to where you're going to have to stand up for yourself, possibly get in a physical fight over the phone. Okay, like I said, for me, all the way back when I was young in the detention center, I remember they had a phone in our dorm down here in the tent. And you could get on the phone as long as you got collect and call people. Man, there'd be people hogging that phone. Nobody wants to let you on that phone. If you can't get on the phone and call collect from in your dorm, like if you don't have collect on the phone, you got to wait till phone call day and they come in there and get like 3 or 4 at a time and bring you to the free room where you get free couple-minute phone calls. You see what I'm saying? So people who do got collect will actually take advantage and hog that motherfucking phone. You know what I'm saying? And I've gotten into situations over that. Same thing when juvenile program. But more of like in the juvenile program, we only had phone call day, you know, like where they pull you to the side and they bring you in like this office that's inside the dorm and they let you make your phone call. So I didn't actually get in a fight over the phone, but I did get into some shit due to how loud everybody in the dorm was being while I was on the phone. I couldn't hear my peoples because the office is right inside the dorm. You know what I'm saying? At Southern Glades Youth Camp. So when they turn the phone on to where you can call on a regular office phone, the door's open, people are loud and everything out there and shit, you know, and you got people that yell, man, y'all shut the fuck up, man, I'm on the phone with my peoples, bro. Now when it's y'all's phone call day, bro, all right, I got something for y'all. You see? So as I seen that was the way people were carrying themselves, it was only a matter of time until shit. I felt like they were physically, you know, disrespecting me when I'm on the phone. You know, maybe they thought I was part of the ones that was disrespecting when they were on the phone, or, you know, so I just got into the same thing and I ended up getting into some shit by me getting mad how loud people were being while I was on the phone. I couldn't even hear my peoples. You know what I'm saying? County jail, same thing. People are going to tend to try to cut you. They're going to try to like bang back through is what they call it. You know, say the phone call is 15 minutes or a 30-minute phone call and say they get cut off short, or a lot of times what will happen on the phone is it'll say they detect three-way calling and you weren't actually doing a three-way. So it just bucked you on your phone call. Like you can get on there and you can be talking to your peoples, and due to all the loudness in the background, you know, where you're at, or even a TV in the background or the radio in the background on the other people's end, you know, they'll detect three-way and hang up. Next thing you know, you just waiting in line 45 minutes for a phone call, and out of 30 minutes, you only got 2 minutes and 15 seconds. You're going to feel like, man, that shit hung up on me, man. I'm finna bang back. And, you know, some people might let you, but some people going to want to, you know, hell no, I ain't none of that. Boy, you wait your turn. You feel me? And I was one of them people. If I was next and you fucking your phone call died, boy, you know what I'm saying? Boy, ain't no way in hell, especially when you're on a time limit. When you look and you're like, okay, each one of these phone calls are 30 minutes. We're going to get put on lockdown in 2 hours. The next 4 people are the only ones finna bang back through. I'm the 4th one, boy. There ain't no way in hell I'm finna let you bang back. So then when I do get on here, I get half of a phone call now, or I might not make it in time. They might lock us down early. You see? So people get in fights and shit over that all the time. And if it was me on that end and my phone fucked up, you know, sometimes, depending on what the argument or the conversation was on the phone, you know, man, yeah, hell no, man, I'm begging. It is what it is, bro. I'll tighten you up when I get off. Like, I'd be mad and I'd fight over that, you know, knowing I'm wrong for banging back through. And then on a regular day, if I wasn't mad or if, you know, nothing fucking fancy was happening or anything, nothing new that really mattered, man, you know, shit, all right, well, fuck it, hung up on me. I'll call him later. All right, bro, go ahead. You see what I'm saying? But the phone is literally one of the most major things that I seen people get into it with while I was locked up, including myself, okay? Another thing that a lot of people actually get into fights over, believe it or not, is cards. When you play games, when you play card games, spades, tunk, casino, palace, you know what I'm saying, bloody hearts, you know, shit like that, poker, you feel me? Card games. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people get in fights over card games. You know what I'm saying? And I've gotten a couple altercations through the card games too as well. And it'd be like, nobody likes losing. You get what I'm saying? Nobody at all really likes losing, and it's going to come out. So when you're playing spades and you're playing fucking teams, us against them, you know what I'm saying? Your teammate, you know, may talk kind of crazy, you know, because you are losing. You feel like you played a dumb fucking card. Why'd you play spades? You know, when you know I'm running hearts at the moment. Or why would you fucking go with, you know, that's how they work. You feel what I'm saying? They feel like you're supposed to know and read the board, which after playing a while, you should. You know, but people make mistakes, you know, and not just you and your teammate, but the other team too. They don't want to lose either. So you might be running the table, doing them in, and them boys feel some type of way. And next thing you know, that shit leads to a fight. Kind of like back in the day when I was younger and we'd play video games and shit at my dog's house, or play with like people that were like our older brothers and shit, and we'd be playing the game and they talk that shit. Like if you playing them in Madden, everybody knows someone that talks shit in Madden while they're winning. You know what I'm saying? And it gets you so mad sometimes that you just want to throw this controller through the TV, or you want to spark them. You know what I'm saying? You want to take off on them because the shit that they be saying, you feel me? And it be the same people that when it's the other way around and they losing, they ain't got shit to say. They ain't gonna say nothing, you know? Because it eats them up that bad. That's what happens with a lot of these card games. People talk shit, run their mouth during the hands they're dealt, and the other people sit there and deal with it and deal with it and deal with it, and then next thing you know, that shit builds up, and you see these boys either pop off and start fighting right now over the cards, or them boys will pop off and fight each other over here in the cut later on due to something that was said while they were playing. You see what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, like, there's been a lot of times that I got myself, you know, I went to the table, you know what I'm saying? I called next. I say I got downs, which means I got next on the table. You feel me? For whoever loses, gets up, winner stays, and I'm on there next. You feel me? And then you'll have some people that'll try to cut you in line on that as well. Nah, bro, I had next, bro. Or they won't even say they had next. Or they'll feel like, because they called next 3 days ago, and they ain't got on the table yet, they feel like there's an imaginary spot holder right there. And then they'll just pick and choose, like, well, shit, okay, fuck it, it's my turn. And then you go to, nah, bro, I had next. What you mean, bro, I had next, bro? What? Hell nah, bro, I've been sitting right here watching the whole game. Man, I got next, bro. I called next, bro. They've been bucking me, bro, for 2-3 days. I don't give a fuck who they been bucking for how long, bro. You ain't finna buck me. I know I got next. You see what I'm saying? That's normally how it goes when it comes to this card shit, you feel me? So that's one of the main things that I see people get into it with like commonly, it happens a lot, you know what I'm saying, in prison. It'd be over card games. Everybody could buy a deck of cards. They got them on the canteen, commissary, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're at. And people tend to play cards a lot, you know, it makes time go by. And that's why me personally, I actually learned how to play a lot of single man games. So like shit, I ain't even got to worry about arguing with none of y'all or getting into it with y'all, you feel me? I either win or lose, and the only person talking shit is me in my head as I'm doing the fucking game. You see what I'm saying? That's how I learned to play a lot of one-player games, you feel me? All right, another thing that a lot of people get into it over in prison is any type of sport that is on TV. To me, it was especially football, because football was, you know, it was like more serious. But don't get me wrong, people took that NBA basketball for real. College football was on Saturdays, you know what I'm saying? And depending on what like region you're locked up in, like for me, for instance, you know, Florida, we got 4 regions. You got South Florida, then you got the next one, which is where Orlando is, then you got Lake Butler, and then you got the Panhandle, which up there is where Washington Annex and all that is. That's 4 different regions. So depending on where you're locked up will be dependent on which football games actually come on TV. For instance, me growing up down here in South Florida, we grew up with Dolphin TV, which means we see all Dolphin games. You get what I'm saying? And then on the bottom of the screen, you'll see, you know, like the score line of the other games that are playing that aren't on TV for us. You know what I'm saying? You can flip a couple channels. There'll be a couple different games on. But for ones that we ain't able to watch, you know, it shows the scoreboard on the bottom of the screen of your game. Well, while I was in prison, they had no Dolphin TV where I was at, and we watched a lot of Jacksonville Jaguar games. You feel me? We used to watch the Jacksonville games, and so many fights broke out due to football season. You feel me? That's when we were up there near the Panhandle, and then we started watching all the Tampa Bay games, the Buccaneers. You see what I'm saying? And when it's football season, it don't matter what it is. Any sport, it ain't even got to be football season, but anytime there's a sport going on and there is a game on, no matter if it's college or NFL, anything else that was supposed to be on TV is out of the question. The game comes before anything. Now, the problem with when it comes to the games is, yeah, people be betting. You know, they got football tickets and shit. You could put like $2 down on a ticket. You know, you pick your teams and shit, and you try to win the pot. But on the side of that, you got people that side bet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have a ticket and I'm picking these 5 to win, these 5 to lose. But then you want to talk shit because it's your team that's playing my team. All right, well, fuck it. I got a bag of coffee on my team. You know, so people do a lot of side betting. Now, the side betting and the betting on the ticket alone isn't the only problem to why people get into it over these situations. A lot of times it be because these motherfuckers like to talk shit and they don't like to see their team lose. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could dead ass be sitting there and the only one talking shit, no one else is like even entertaining what they're saying. They're just talking shit out loud themselves about their team. Oh, hell yeah, I don't want to talk about. Y'all already know, you already blah, 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 you know, rapping the whole game. No one else will say nothing. That team will lose. He'll want to fight somebody. That's literally how it goes. Like, it's unreal how many fights go down in prison when football season and shit is in compared to when it isn't. I guarantee if they look it up some type of way at that institution, if they were to jot it down and keep tabs on it, okay, well, when football season's out, we had this many fights. Now the football season, okay, we've had this. I guarantee you the number rises. Because when sports are on, people just hate to lose, even if they're not gambling. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, if they weren't even betting or nothing, because a lot of people feel like their team loses anytime they bet on them. They do better when they don't bet on them. So some people can be greedy and they'll have a football ticket and they'll literally like bet against their team. Like, if their team's playing a team they know is going to win, they're not going to take that loss on their ticket. They'll literally bet against their team. You feel me? But then they'll still side bet with someone on their team, or they just won't bet at all because they'll feel like it's bad luck. Every time I bet with them, they lose. You see what I'm saying? But you literally have people who will not even bet, who will not even gamble, won't even put no money down or nothing. that will literally just get so mad and upset by how trash the players played or how the game went. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody in here, how, you know, who threw the game, you feel me? And a fight will break out. It literally happens almost every fucking football weekend. That right there is one thing that I could say, like, people are literally getting into it over. Like, to me, it's like crazy. Which, when I was in prison, you know, yeah, I spent a lot of, you know, times in there watching football, betting and gambling on football. But it was actually a good alone time for me, too, because I had phones. So I'm able to just post up in the dorm and do what I got to do, take care of business, hang out and chat, when majority of the dorm is in the TV room. You see what I'm saying? Over there making all the ruckus and everything. Got all the guards watching there, so it's easier for me to hang out. You feel me? That's how it was for me. You feel me? But football or any type of sports is another thing that a lot of people end up fading over. Okay. Another thing, which this right here happens in jail. This shit happens damn near anywhere. Of course, people fight over canteen. Some places call it commissary. You know what I'm saying? Canteen and commissary is the food or the items that you can order, that you get. You know, it ain't got to always be food. It could be a sweater. You know, it could be a deck of cards. It could be a pair of headphones. It could be a big pen. It could be paper, envelopes, stamps. You know, and it can also be food or little juices or little powdered drinks or candy. Stuff like that. You feel me? Canteen and commissary, people literally are taking each other's lives over this type of stuff. Okay? Literally. People are literally all in about the littlest shit. You feel me? That's what it is. I could go hit the canteen window and spend $100. Someone could go hit the canteen window and spend $98. $2 less than me. When we walk in that dorm, he's going to be jealous. He's going to be hating. He's going to feel some type of way. Even if he don't know I got $2 more than he's got. You feel me? He's still going to hate that I got canteen too. People that have canteen and commissary will still want to rob people who have canteen and commissary. They'll feel like they don't deserve it. You understand? And, you know, the canteen and commissary is basically the only access money you have right front and center, unless you're dealing with like PayPals, and now everyone does Cash App, or, you know what I'm saying, or cash money, however you end up doing it. But canteen's like the #1 payment source. You feel me? So you think of it like, okay, well, if someone got in a fight over the canteen or the commissary, then clearly, you know, that person they fought either owed them or they owed that person. So somebody owed somebody. And that isn't always the case. Like I said, sometimes people just want. You feel me? People want, you know, and it'll come out. Like the jealousy will eventually come out and get brought front and center. You feel me? Like, you could be sitting there and you could dead ass like eat a honey bun every day. For like 3 days straight. You eat a honey bun, honey bun, honey bun. And then, you know, just for no reason, just that's what you do. And then you get in an argument with somebody, and next thing you know, he starts rapping, da 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 da, this and that. Oh, you think you the shit because you eat a honey bun every day, ba da da da. And it just pops up in your head like, what the fuck? That, okay, that shows he be watching me. You feel me? That just shows hate, jealous, envy. You never know what the situation is or what it is that they are, you know, like hating over, other than the fact that you have and they don't. Or you have more, or you have just as much, or you don't need them. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of times, people want to feel like the man with all the canteen and all the connections. So when you got your own shit and you stay out the way and you do your own thing, you feel me? And you're doing your own time, you got your own sack, you know, they don't like that. You feel me? And canteen is one of the things that a lot of people like get into it over. Straight up, people will fight over an equal, which is a sweetener. You know, and them shits ain't nothing but like 2 cents or a cent or something like that. They're not more than 3-4 cents. You know what I'm saying? People will get into it over that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the littlest shit. A pack of mayo, a ketchup, a A1 steak sauce, soups, cookies, honey buns. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker will come bust you upside the head with a lock over a bag of chips, bro. Or soup. Anything. It just, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of it leads to the principle afterwards, you know what I'm saying? As the shit escalates and you get into more, you know, like about the situation, it leads into more to where it's the principle now. Fuck the reason it was over. But a lot of it starts with canteen and commissary. And shit, it's crazy, you know, at the end of the day. You feel me? It's everything that you see at a corner store and everything you see at like a dollar store. That's what everybody's over here trying to take each other's lives over. You feel me? That shit's kind of crazy, right? All right, another thing that a lot of people actually get in the fights over, and this right here is like dead ass like a main one, you know, like I feel like, you feel me? Like this right here, I've seen it happen so many different times, and it's mind-blowing, but it's true, you know. A lot of people get into fights over wanting to fit in. Straight up, if they're hanging out with somebody, or if they're known to hang out with somebody, and any type of altercation occurs, even if it was them in the wrong or the other in the wrong, or it wasn't even a fighting situation at all, that person is going to take it to the extreme and turn it into a fight, all because of the eyes of the people that are around them. So they're going to feel like, I got to do this to fit in. Straight up. My homeboys are looking at me like this and all that. You got me fucked up, bro. You want to try me in front of my dogs, you know, and a lot of it has to do with someone wanting to fit in with other people. You see what I'm saying? You feel like if you don't get there, if you don't fight that individual, then, you know, your peoples are going to look at you like you're weak, like you shorten and you lack in that category. But in all reality, it don't be that. You know, those are your dogs. If they really your dogs, they gonna fuck with you regardless. You know what I'm saying? They really gonna be cool with you. You ain't gotta fight every single person, you know, just to prove to them. Because when that knife gets put in you, and that bitch gets flushed all the way to the handle, and you're getting airlifted and you're taking that helicopter ride that not everybody has to take. When you're taking that helicopter ride because that fucking handle was flushed, who you proving to then? Think about it. Right? So, like, people get stabbed and shit. Fights lead to stabbings. Sometimes the fighting part is skipped and it goes straight to stabbings. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, people will get into the littlest situation, bro. I'm talking about, like, y'all walking and shit, and then you're talking to the person next to you, and you're in line, you know, but you're busy about talking to this person, and then the officers at the front of the line stop the line. So everyone stops stopping. And then as you're still walking and talking because you ain't paying attention, the motherfucker in front of you stop and you bump into him. Damn, bro. And he turns around like, damn, bro, what's up with you, bro? And now y'all start shoving each other and shit. All right, bro, say no more. Now you get in a fight in there. In all reality, the person in the front was doing what was right. He was paying attention and seeing the person in front of him stopped. You know, motherfucker behind him wasn't. He was talking to the person right here behind him like, yeah, this and this. Bumped into him. The dude, you know, that got pushed from the back either thought he got shoved when he walked into him, or normally the dude who walked into him will get mad like it's his fault for stopping. What the fuck, bro? Keep moving, you know, and then it leads into something. Now that he's got a homeboy he's talking to, he's got to fight this individual. You see? It just be the stupidest little things. A lot of people do that shit to fit in. They feel like if they fight, they're going to get accepted. You feel me? When it comes time to fight, and you find yourself in the situations, then yes, you do what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to perform, perform. That's simple. But you ain't got to always try to put a performance out. You feel me? You ain't got to always try to show. Because I tell you what, there's always someone bigger and badder, and eventually you're going to meet your maker. And eventually you're going to find someone that is going to mop you, that is going to drag you through the dorm, beat your ass in front of your homeboys. Straight up. That's literally what's going to happen. It ain't like, oh, no one's going to drag you because of your homeboys. Nah. That person's got homeboys too, most likely. You feel me? And then you getting into this situation with these people. It's like, all because he stopped, you weren't paying attention, you bumped into him. You see? Or, you know, your homeboys be wanting to see some shit, so they be in your ear, you know, telling you, man, that motherfucker over there was looking at you funny, bro. What you mean? Yeah, bro, I don't like how da-da-da-da-da. Because some people will get more mad if one of their homeboys are tried than when they get tried. You know, like, you could literally have next on the phone, and a motherfucker come cut you on the phone, and instead of you doing something yourself, you go run your mouth about it to your homeboy. Your homeboy might rise up and be willing to rock more than you are about the situation, and it's you that got cut on the phone. And now he finna go, boom, get into it and everything, and all he did was do that to fit in with the individual who got cut on the phone the whole time. You see? That's how it all goes. Shit like that. People fight because they want to fit in. Another reason that people fight most mainly in prison, believe it or not, depending on what institution you land at, and this is going to be the last reason right here for this video. Depending on what institution you land at, one of the main reasons inmates fight is for the hell of it. Straight up, for the hell of it. You got some inmates that just want to fight. Just want to wake up and just want to fight. They always lead to fighting. They always turn it to fighting. You could be somebody that's known to whoop people and they feel like the inside of them, they can whoop you and overpower you and they feel better than you. And they will want to fight you just because you're known from knocking other people out. Straight up. I told y'all before when I was at the camp and we did Friday night fight nights, that was for the hell of it. For no reason at all. You see what I'm saying? Straight up putting your fucking ID in a canteen bag and shaking it up. And whoever they pull up, you get to the wall. Man, we were fighting for the hell of it, bro. Like straight up. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, when people do stuff like that, I know that time flies when it comes to getting into situations, believe it or not. Your time does fly. But it's only a matter of time for the people who fight for the hell of it. Until you fight somebody that ain't wanting to fight. You force them to fight. Next thing you know, they want to stab you. You get stabbed. Or they got a homeboy or a family member on that compound that's like, I don't give a damn if my nephew or my cousin was with the fight. He should have never fought him. Or he forced my cousin to fight. I'm going to take his life. That's how it goes. You feel me? And that's what people do to kill and pass time. They will literally fight for the hell of it. Like when we were doing the Friday night fight nights. You know what I'm saying? That shit there, it was like, you have no choice if you find yourself in a dorm like that. Because everybody's putting their ID in the bag. If not, the whole dorm's like jumping on you. You feel me? So it isn't like you're like, nah, hell nah, bro, I ain't with that shit. Oh, alright, on to the next bunk. No, if that was the case, everyone would be like, man, what the fuck? I ain't trying to fucking entertain in this little fighting shit. You know, hell no, hell no, hell no. Everybody would be turning it down, bunk to bunk. But instead, it's like whoever don't put your name in that damn bag, everybody's going to turn on you. So everybody's putting their name in the bag. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, when I was in that dorm, it was 28 and under. And when we were there, the people would be like older. Like there would be some people in there that just like made it to like 28. Everyone else was like 25, 24. You feel me? And that old person would be like, man, I ain't with this jit shit, man. I hope they move my dorm. I hope they move me out of this dorm, bro. I ain't on this shit, fighting for the hell of it, bro. And that's literally what it would be, man. You put your name in the bag, put your name in the bag. You see? People fight for the hell of it sometimes. So if you land at an institution, you know, it ain't gotta be that bad institution for people wanting to do shit to kill time. And in reality, that's like a game to them. Fighting for nothing. Just for the hell of it. You feel me? And you might think, yeah, this shit's literally for nothing, because it is. But at the same time, you're gaining respect from it, whether you lose or not, because you put your ID in the bag. So you volunteered. So that's like the first step. Showing up. Showing you're not scared to fight. You feel me? And then it may lead to other shit or it may not. You get what I'm saying? It isn't like, oh, by you doing that, no one will fuck with you because they know you're going to fight. It could also go that someone else might want to fight you later on down the line because they don't like you and they feel like you think you're tough because you fought that one time. Or oh, you think you bad, or I know you feel like because you fought that we won't fuck with you. Or we know you feel like you got heart because you got in there last time. So if you say something disrespectful, I'm finna try you and I'm gonna fight you for real. That's how it all goes. You see what I'm saying? It all leads to one thing. You feel me? And I can't help that I got put in a dorm where we were, you know, fighting for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like a experience to me, like, you know, to be a part of something like that. You know, like to be a part of like a fucking knucklehead dorm. We were literally considered knuckleheads. That's what the guards called us. The warden called us the knucklehead dorm. Like it was just always something going down in there. And it's like, when you get put in that type of place, you gotta like, you know, you're gonna adapt to it. It isn't like you're gonna just completely be your own fucking rogue person. You're gonna just go your own route. There's no way if you're in a dorm of 90 people and they're all jits, you know what I'm saying, and everybody's volunteering, even people who you know ain't a fighter, they're just volunteering because they're hoping they don't get picked. You know how many people I seen get their name picked out the bag that truly wasn't a fighter and was scared to get up there and fight when it was time for them, and then they beat them up and made them check in? Like, yeah, they were safe in the dorm for however long they've been, you know, participating until it was time to perform. They were scared. They really wasn't living like that, but they just felt like, what's the odds that I get my ID, picked? Out of everybody's shit in the bag, what's the odds that I get picked? And believe it or not, that shit be rigged a lot. Motherfuckers want to see if you're going to fight, or see how you fight, or see how you perform, or got in you. So a motherfucker going to already have your ID picked, and you won't even know it. You feel me? And that could have been the case on some of these individuals I seen that were really spooked and scared when the time being, and they got scared and checked in. You feel me? Because the reason I think of it like, I feel like some of those situations were rigged like that, is because the same individuals that were scared to fight and checked in, the person that they were being forced to fight wasn't like someone that was known for fighting. It was like another person who's never fought before either. So what's the odds, that two like scaredy cat ass people that been in the dorm forever, both their IDs were picked to go against each other, So it's kind of like to see who's going to like buck the call out first, and then the other one's going to get jumped and have to check in. You see what I'm saying? Fighting for the hell of it. Stupidest shit ever, but I participated in it before myself. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say that much, but I want y'all to know, and I'm going to wrap this video on up. I want y'all to know that fighting for the hell of it does go down in certain prisons. You feel me? But anyways, y'all, those are the main reasons right there that people get into fights inside of prison. Okay, I wanted to share that with y'all. Like I said, I'm speaking from a Florida experience. So everything I say may not be accurate to you if you ain't from Florida. You know what I'm saying? Or if you landed at a different institution down here in Florida than the type of institutions I've been to. Speaking off of my experience through the 5-year sentence that I had received when I went to prison. You feel me? Y'all drop in the comment section, man. Let me know. Let everybody else know if there was another thing wherever you were locked up at that was a main reason people fought. What was the main reason they faded over? Put it in the comment section. There's always somebody that's willing to read it. I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch this video. Like I always say, y'all make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, fucking peons, fucking lying ass, fake ass gangbangers. Keep all them out your circle, man. Till next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.